Welcome to the first in a brand new series of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Sadly now the summer holidays are over, but the good news is that thanks to us, instead of topping up your tan, you can once again top up your bank balance, possibly all the way up to £1 million. Now, to mark our return, tonight we have the first of two very special celebrity shows featuring famous faces playing for their favourite good causes again. The list of celebrities who put their egos on the line in that hot seat over recent years has been quite extraordinary. It's included Paul McCartney, Alex Ferguson, Vic Reeves, Frank Skinner, Dave Baddiel. They were all great. The Hamiltons, they were here. The mix of famous names who have graced that chair in the past has been quite remarkable. It's been an extraordinary variety. Tonight, it's equally surprising. So please, would you welcome our first pair of players this series, Edwina Currie and Big Brother's Derek Lord. Popular, the crowd are going wild. Hi, Lassie, how are you? Make yourself comfy. Right, here we go. Here we have the former Tory MP, Edwina Currie, and the former Big Brother housemate, Derek Lord. Edwina now works as an author and broadcaster, but from 1983 to 1997, she was the Conservative MP for South Derbyshire and served as a junior health minister under Margaret Thatcher. Since leaving Parliament, she's forged a new career as a novelist and somehow endured the wrath of Gordon Ramsay for longer than seemed humanly possible in the TV series Hell's Kitchen. Meanwhile, Derek became quite a legend. He came sixth in this year's series of Big Brother, finally being evicted after 71 long days and nights in the House. Prior to the show, Derek was a speechwriter for many well-known Conservatives, including Baroness Thatcher and Michael Heseltine. After being on Big Brother, host Davina McCall called him the most popular Tory in a decade. But Derek says he doesn't want to be the party leader. Instead, he's working on a book of children's stories. Now, tonight, Derek's here on behalf of the Dogs Trust, and Edwina is playing for the children's charity NCH. I've never known you two so quiet. Are you all right?
It's good manners.
Well, thank you. Derek, why the Dogs Trust?
I love dogs. The trust is fabulous. It gets no money from government, no money from the National Lottery. It looks after 12,000 abandoned or stray dogs every year.
OK. Edwina, NCH, you've actually been involved with that for a long time, haven't you?
It goes back, Chris, about 30 years. Before I went into Parliament, I was the chair of social services in Birmingham. And NCH had a number of children's homes there, and we worked very closely with them. They not only work with disabled children and their families, but kids coming out of care, for example, who are likely to become homeless, or the families where the children are at risk. And they're one of the most imaginative and innovative. They would always say yes, and then work out how they were going to help. They were great.
So have you two worked together before? Have you written for Edwina?
Yes, 20 years ago.
Oh, really?
Indeed.
Have you written for her?
No, 20 years ago we went canvassing in a by-election.
Yes, we did, yes.
Darling Derek came up to Derbyshire.
Darling Derek came to Derbyshire.
Indeed.
I'm not sure what they quite made of you in Derbyshire, but we won the seat anyway.
Exactly, so they thought quite a lot of both of us.
OK, well, right, now, serious business. Now, don't forget, if you want to be here playing for £1 million of your very own, give us a call, 09068 444444, brand new series starting tonight, or text the word show to 84644. But this evening, we have a celebrity special. We're starting with Edwina Currie and Derek Lord. Now, at this moment, they are, as always, just 15 questions away from winning a possible £1 million for their two chosen charities. If they get stuck along the way, as always, they have 3 lifelines to help them. They've got 50-50, they can phone a friend, and they can ask this fine, brand-new, shiny audience. And remember, this might be tricky, actually, knowing these two. They have to agree on all their final answers and the use of any lifelines, including their phone a friend. OK, lots of luck, Edwina, Derek. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Celebrity Millionaire? OK, lots of luck. Here comes the first question. Question number 1 for £100. Having declared the couple man and wife, what does the vicar at a wedding traditionally ask the groom to do? Snog the bridesmaids. Oh, it's going to be a class series, isn't it? Hug the bride's mother, kiss the bride, cuddle the best man. Derek?
Well, I would cuddle the best man, but I don't think that's the answer you're looking for.
It's the vicar at a traditional wedding, Derek. I'm so sorry. What do we reckon then, team?
Edwina, what do you think? I think that we've got to say kiss the bride,
I
don't
think
you?
it's kiss the bride.
Yeah.
Thank heavens for that. It's the right answer. You have £100. Well played. Right, question number 2 for £200. Let's try and race you up to at least 1,000. You have all 3 lifelines. This is for 200 quid. Which word is often used to describe the sound of a stream gently flowing? Babbling, cackling, gibbering, screeching.
Edwina, your turn this time.
It's got to be babbling, please.
The babbling brook. You have £200. You have £200. Question number 3 is for 300 quid. Which of these is a standard against which something can be measured or assessed? Sofa smudge, chair blemish, seat blot, benchmark.
I think without hesitation, we've got to say benchmark.
Got to say benchmark. It's the right answer. You got 300 quid. Question number 4, £500. What name is given to an accent with very precise enunciation? Drinking glass, cut glass, broken glass, stained glass.
I was looking for Margaret Thatcher. But I think, Edwina, it must be cut glass, don't you think?
Would you like to just demonstrate what we're talking about, Derek?
Cut glass it is.
With very precise enunciation. It's the right answer. You got £500. What was that like then?
What?
Writing for Margaret Thatcher.
A bit terrifying from time to time. I made a small contribution to some of her speeches, not as distinguished as other people, but it was enormous fun whilst I was able to help.
Scary?
Sometimes.
Didn't she sometimes say, Derek? Derek? What is this you're doing here?
Yes,
Drivel?
there was a bit of that too, but you're very good at doing that too, as well.
Oh, darling.
Yes.
Meow. Right, you have 500 quid. Question number 5 would guarantee you two going back to your 2 charities at least £1,000 better off. You have all 3 lifelines. I will just warn you, as I always have to, that if you did give me a wrong answer at this point, you would go home with nothing at all. Take your time, have a look. This is for £1,000. Question number 5. What does the A of the abbreviation ANC stand for? African, Asian, American, Australian. £1,000.
I think that we know the answer to that,
I
don't
think
you?
we know the answer. I think it's the African National Congress, in which case the answer, Chris, is A, African.
Yeah.
It's the right answer. You got £1,000. Well played. Derek, what I don't understand is at what point you're writing speeches for senior politicians. At what point do you think, I know what I'll do, I'll go on Big Brother? How did that work?
Well, I stopped writing speeches quite a long time ago, although I did work for the Conservatives during the election, and I've been in private finance. And then I decided I wanted to break free after my 40th birthday. And I wanted to try doing something different.
Well, it certainly was.
And it was extremely different, and it was a challenge in a different way. And I like people, and I wanted to see how well I could get on with lots of very odd people, and they were very, very odd. And I survived 10 weeks out of 11, so that wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Edwin, I've got to ask you, what was it like for you working with Gordon? How was that? Bruising?
A bit harder than working with you, Chris, but only marginally so. It was tough. I mean, Derek was lying around doing very little all day except wash his own shirts, which, poor darling, he found a little difficult to do. We were actually running a kitchen.
Yeah.
We were up on our feet at 8 in the morning. We didn't get to bed till 1, and we were really doing it. We were really getting burned. We were really getting cut. None of us had any usable fingers left after the end of the first week. So in that sense, it was physically very, very demanding.
Right, now serious business, because the good thing here is you've got £1,000 guaranteed for the Dogs Trust and the NCH. That's the minimum you go home with. You haven't paused for a second. You've got all 3 lifelines intact. You are just 10 little questions away from £1 million. Now, question number 6 is for 2,000. What name was taken by the Pope who succeeded John Paul II? They're both nodding wisely. Pius, Benedict, Urban, innocent?
I think that we can agree on Benedict.
I think we can agree on Benedict, yes.
Yes.
A very unusual name. There hasn't been a pope with that name for a long time.
And it's a very pretty name, too. Yes.
Good for a pope.
Good for a
You're not
pope.
thinking of...
Jolly good for a pope.
Thinking of giving it to a dog?
Well, if I had a son, I would call it Benedict, I think, but that's not likely.
No. Final answer.
Benedict.
Benedict, because it's a pretty name. It's the right answer. You got £2,000. Benedict the 16th, I think.
That's right.
That's right. Thank you. Right, at this moment, Derek Lord, Edwina Curry have £2,000. They have all 3 lifelines intact. They are just 9 away from $1 million. Don't go away. We'll take a break.
Network Q sponsors Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Welcome back to the second part of tonight's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It's the first of 2 celebrity specials, first of a brand new series. The second is next Saturday night. But when we return after that, we'll be back to business as usual. So if you'd like to be here playing for £1 million of your very own, give us a call. Number is the same, 090 6844 4444, or you can text us, and thousands do every week, SHOW. Text the word SHOW to 84644. Now, tonight we have Edwina Curry and Derek Lord in the hot seats playing for charity. They're on £2,000. They have all 3 lifelines still untouched. Question number 7 is for £4,000. You are 9 away from £1 million. That would be fantastic. Here we go. The world's heaviest bird of prey is what kind of bird? Hawk, owl, condor, kestrel.
Let's eliminate first, shall we?
Well, I think it might be a hawk.
Well, I know it's not a kestrel, because
No,
that's
but
tiny.
that's really tiny.
That's tiny.
An owl, I mean...
A condor is huge. That I do know.
Yeah.
Because that flies over the Andes with these huge
Yes.
wings. So that's very, very big. That I do know.
I think it's either a hawk or a condor.
What kind of hawk are you thinking of?
I don't know enough about them.
Because the biggest one is the big golden eagle.
Golden eagle, yeah.
I mean, my instinct is that the condor is bigger than a golden eagle, because they're absolutely huge. Huge, biggest wingspan, that I do know, I think. Help.
Help, indeed.
You want to try the audience?
Yes. I think we'll ask the audience.
Okay.
OK, it's your call. Right, audience, this is the question, please. All on your keypads. It's worth £4,000. This is the question. The world's heaviest bird of prey is what kind of bird? Now, A on your keypads is hawk, B is owl, C is condor, D is kestrel. All vote now. %, huge majority say condor, 11% say hawk, which was originally, Derek, your first instinct. 2% owl, 3% kestrel. It's up to you. What do you do?
I think that we go with that view.
Should we try condor?
I think we go with what they say. Yeah.
Condor. Final answer. You thought it was hawk at first, didn't you?
I did.
Still think it might have been?
No.
It's the right answer. You've got £4,000. Thanks to this fine audience. Right, you have £4,000. You still have a 50-50, and you still have to phone a friend. Question number 8. Money now starting to go up quite steeply, but the drops get a bit steep as well. You would lose £3,000 if you gave me a wrong answer at this point. Have a look. Tell me what you want to do. Which of these South American countries does not have an Atlantic coast? Argentina, Brazil, Ecuador, Venezuela.
Well, do we know where they are? Argentina is that
Yes,
side. Brazil is that side, so that's Atlantic coast.
Ecuador,
And then
you've got...
Venezuela is that side, and it has a coast, because I've been there. Ecuador, I don't know anything about.
No, I don't know about Ecuador either.
Ecuador sort of Central America more, isn't it?
Yes.
That way or that way? It's not Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Well, and it could be Venezuela, because Venezuela's on the Pacific.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Flown to Santiago, I haven't across the Pacific from there. Have you been to Ecuador ever?
No.
Do you know where it is?
Yes.
Oh, good.
But I think it does have an Atlantic.
You think it has an Atlantic coast? Then Venezuela would be the right answer?
I think so.
Then I would go with Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Should we go for Venezuela?
Let's go for Venezuela.
We go for Venezuela. Fingers crossed, old boy.
Final answer.
Yes.
This is our final answer.
You had £4,000. Oh, you too. You've just lost £3,000. The right answer is Ecuador.
Dash it. Can't we start this again?
Dash it!
You said you knew where it was.
Well, I think I do.
Well, no, you clearly don't. Oh, no. Ecuador is on the Pacific, Venezuela's on the Atlantic coast.
Wrong.
And you were going, oh, dash it, oh, dash it. And you were going so well. But listen, still, thank you for coming. You still go away with £1,000. Give them a big hand. Edwina Curry and Derek Lord. Bless you guys for trying. I'm really sorry. Oh, what a shame.
Thank you very much.
I wasn't used to stay for ages. I am sorry. Bye, my darling. £1,000. So, Edwina and Derek, and they were doing so well, got stuck, go away, having raised still £1,000 for their two. It does mean it's now time to welcome our next pair of celebrities tonight, Gloria Hunniford and Frederick Forsyth. The crowd are going wild. Hello, my darling, how are you? Hi, nice to see you.
Lovely to see you too.
Now, make yourself comfortable.
I know. Now, the thing is,
I know.
the biggest job tonight is getting up in the stew.
Well, that's good. Well, hopefully stay there a long time.
I hope
and
so.
win lots and lots of
I
money.
brought my good luck charm, by the way.
Who's that?
Freddie Forsyth.
Oh, well, he's a good luck charm to have, actually. Right. To a lot of people, she is the First Lady of British Broadcasting, Gloria Hunniford, and the best-selling author, Frederick Forsyth. Gloria was born in Northern Ireland and before getting into local radio in Ulster, spent a year at a secretarial school where she learnt the typing and shorthand skills apparently she still uses today. In 1982, she moved to England and became the first woman to have her own daily show on Radio 2. Since then, she's also hosted her own TV shows, including Open House and Sunday Sunday, and appeared as a guest on everything from Through the Keyhole to Never Mind the Buzzcocks. Her partner tonight, novelist Frederick Forsyth, also used to work in TV and radio as a reporter, but became world famous in 1973 with the publication of his very first novel, The Day of the Jackal. He's since written many more bestsellers, including The Odessa File, The Dogs of War, and The Fourth Protocol, as well as writing and producing TV thrillers. Now, tonight, Freddie is raising funds for the Society of Stars, while Gloria is playing on behalf of the Karen Keating Foundation, a charity she herself set up in memory of her daughter Karen, who died of breast cancer in 2004. Gloria, my darling, I know it's been a really tough time for you and the family. Has the public response to this helped strengthen you?
Oh, it helps enormously, it does. And, you know, the letters that I actually get great comfort from are from people who've lost children themselves, because I've lost my parents, a former husband, friends, colleagues, but actually, although they were deeply, deeply sorrowful, but it's not even on the Richter scale compared to losing a child. And so therefore, you know, when parents write and say, particularly a mother writes and says, I know how you feel, because I lost my child 22 years ago, or whatever it is, those letters have been hugely useful. Apart from, of course, just the wave of love towards Karen. I mean, that also helps you through.
Of course. And it's not just, the foundation is not purely for breast cancer, is it?
Oh, absolutely not. We have a very clear idea about what we want to do and what we are doing. We feed all sorts of cancer charities, and we do what I loosely call drip feeding, because we don't do massive payouts, although we have raised quite a lot of money. But we do, you know, 5,000 here, 10,000 there, 12,000, sometimes 2,000, but where it really makes a difference. So that's why it's wonderful to come on a show like this with the prospect of winning anything, really, because I know there'll be a project that will help.
Hopefully, we can raise lots of money between you. Frederick, the Society of Stars, what's the real major focus of their work?
Well, it's only one. It is raising money for children with cerebral palsy. It's an unglamorous, if you like, and sometimes disregarded affliction, but it is an appalling disability. It strikes children at birth, and they never really, well, very rarely recover from it. But there are a lot of improvements. But they cost money. Yeah. So NHS doesn't do much, so we do what we can.
OK, well, fingers crossed for both of you. 15 questions, 3 brand new lifelines, start all over again, a possible £1 million for these two very deserving causes. And remember, they have to agree on all their final answers. These two agree on nothing. And all their final answers and the use of any lifelines, including their phone a friend. Lots of luck, Gloria and Freddie. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Celebrity Millionaire? All right, back down at the beginning. Question number 1 is for £100. Complete the title of the nursery rhyme, what am I doing with my life? Twinkle, twinkle, little ... question mark.
You are one of these anyway, Chris, so it's fine.
Moon, sun, planet, star.
I think we should say.
I think we should.
And thank God it came up, because if it hadn't come up, I think
you were wrong.
At least we agreed.
Yes, the right answer, you have £100. OK, I don't know how to break this to you. They do get a little harder. Question number 2 is for £200. Which of these is a form of gambling? Brush stake, clean stake, broom stake, sweep stake.
You might agree on this as well, mightn't we?
There's a big Irish one, isn't there?
We'll go for sweepstake.
You have £200. Question number 3 is for 300 quid. Which of these plants is most associated with the desert? Mint, cactus, rhododendron, ivy.
Very prickly question, don't you think?
I would have thought so. Yours?
Cactus. These are the only ones I get right, by the way.
Yeah,
so
but this is good.
Go early.
Chance for you to show off.
Oh, no.
You got £300. We'll play Gloria, we'll play Frederick. Right, you're 2 away from £1,000 guaranteed. Question number 4 is for 500. Which English city shares its name with a US president? Winchester, Lincoln, Durham, Ely.
You know them all anyway over the years, don't you?
I think this is Abraham. I never heard of Abraham Winchester.
We wouldn't lie about it anyway, would we?
This is Abraham Lincoln.
It's the right answer, Lincoln. You got £500. Right, last point, you could go home with nothing. I'm sure it won't happen. You have all 3 lifelines intact. This will guarantee you £1,000. Question number 5. What kind of domestic animal is a pug? Cat, rabbit, dog, fish.
Well, no, you take it.
It's a dog.
It's the right answer. You have £1,000. Guaranteed. These are the ones everybody dreads, actually, the early ones. Oh, please don't let me go home on one of these simple ones. They're not. They're going home with at least £1,000 for their 2 charities. They have all 3 lifelines left at this moment. Frederick, Forsyth, Gloria Honeyford are 10 away from £1 million. Don't go away.
You'd need a seriously good reason not to.
How do you like your eggs in the morning?
I like mine with a kiss.
Boiled or fried?
I'm satisfied as long as I get my kiss.
How do you like your toast in the morning?
New York,
I like
1,000
mine with a
breakfasts.
hug.
One juice, preferred by far. Tropicana, gently squeezed from the finest oranges. Nothing added, nothing taken away.
Welcome back to the third part of tonight's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It's the first of a brand new series. It's a celebrity special to kick off the new series. Now, at this moment, Gloria Honeyford and Frederick Forsyth are in the hot seats playing for their two respective charities. They're guaranteed at least £1,000 and they have all 3 lifelines remaining. You enjoying this, Freddie?
Yes, in an expectant sort of way.
Expectant?
Yeah, I mean, there's a curiosity about what's going to come next.
Yeah.
And a sort of feeling standing in front of the headmaster's study door that it's going to be horrible.
No, it won't be horrible. But your life, Freddie, I mean, you've even as a young guy, you were educated in Tunbridge, then you went off to Spain, then you were travelling with Reuters. I mean, you had an extraordinary beginning of sort of travelling where you must have accumulated an awful lot of knowledge.
I have, I think, visited about 70 countries now, in one way and another. I just enjoy, I don't enjoy the travelling much, but I do like arriving and exploring.
I mean, the research you do into your novels is, I mean, really intense and meticulous.
I'm doing that, that's what I'm doing at the moment.
Yeah.
If I hadn't been here tonight and you'd said, come in next month, I'd have said, I can't make it. I disappear. I go into complete seclusion when I write. And I will actually disappear about October 15 and hopefully deliver a manuscript by Christmas. So
you really do lock yourself away?
Yeah, I need this total. It's 24 hours a day.
Right, now serious business, guys. You have £1,000. You're playing for 2 charities tonight, for the Society of Stars and, of course, for the Karen Keating Foundation. You have £1,000 guaranteed. You have all 3 lifelines. Question number 6 is for £2,000 at this moment. You are 10 away from 1 million. Here we go. Complete the title of the 1991 film directed by Anthony Minghella. Truly, madly, gladly, deeply, greatly, wisely.
Together?
Together.
Deeply. Deeply. Final answer?
Yes.
Please.
It's the right answer. You got £2,000. You are 9 away from 1 million. You have your 50-50. You have a phone a friend. I know you've got a great list of phone a friends. And you have Ask the Audience. Question number 7 is for £4,000. With which road safety product is the name Gatso most associated? Airbags, seat belts, speed cameras, traffic cones.
I have an idea, but I'm not 100% sure.
Shall I?
Yes, please.
It's named after a Greek called Mr. Gatsonides. It's the speed camera.
Hey, what an answer.
That's why you chose him as your mate.
Absolutely. Up front, I admit it. Yeah.
Might be wrong, he might be mad.
May they perish. Horrible ways.
He's called Mr. Gatson. What was it?
Gatsonides, I think.
Ah, yes, of course. Final answer, I
Or
suspect.
Gatsopoulos.
Final answer?
Yes.
Final answer.
It's absolutely right. You got £4,000. He was called Morris, wasn't he? Morris Gatsonides, which always sounds very odd. It's him we've got to thank for all those lovely speed cameras around our roads. Thank you. Bless you, Morris. You have £4,000. Question number 8 is for £8,000. Money now starting to creep up quite nicely. You have 3 lifelines, still untouched. Here it comes. Which of these schemes was introduced by the British government in 1956? National Lottery, premium bonds, football pools, unit trusts.
Tricky little question. Not for you.
You're too young, Gloria. You weren't even born.
Of course.
I remember it well.
No.
I went out and bought one.
I can remember drawing the ball in the football pools. That's all I know. No, I wouldn't be 100% sure. I would have a good guess, but if you know, go for it.
Well, unit trusts don't belong to the government. The National Lottery was, I think, under John Major. Football pools don't belong to the government and precede the Second World War. Premium bonds were introduced in '56.
Final answer?
Yes. Chris.
It's the right answer. You have £8,000.
I love your confidence.
Gloria, I'm beginning to see why you brought Frederick.
Listen, I have Eddie's number in my book so many times, just in case I lose one of them, you see.
You have 8,000. You have 3 lifelines untouched. You are 7 away from 1 million. Question number 9 is for £16,000. Have a look. Take your time. Tell me what you want to do. Who starred as Police Commissioner Macmillan in the 1970s TV series Macmillan and Wife? Gloria, you got a little smile on your face.
Sort of.
Rock Hudson, David Jansen, Jack Lord, Carl Malden.
You answer. You know.
Because you don't know.
Of course I do. Do you know?
No, I don't. I'm not actually 100% sure.
Oh, really?
So if you do know, go for it.
It was Rock Hudson.
Oh, take your time, Freddie. Hang on a second.
Well, David Jansen was the fugitive. Jack Lord was Hawaii 5-0, and Carl Malden was kind of this huge hooter.
Carl Malden, it can't be him because he had a big
I don't think he was ever a hero like Macmillan. No, it was Rock Hudson.
But I did love all those Doris Day movies.
Did you?
Rock Hudson. I did.
Meanwhile, back at the show, we're doing Rock Hudson, are we? Final answer?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, says Gloria with massive
course.
confidence. It's the right answer. You got £16,000. Right, now, serious business, guys, because several very well-known people from showbiz and the world of entertainment have come to this point with £16,000 on the show and have lost £15,000. I can't tell you their names, but hello, Jonathan Ross, if you're watching. Question number 10.
Is he talking about you next Saturday morning?
Oh, yeah,
radio,
again.
I know.
Question number 10 would guarantee you £32,000. It is a huge amount of money for two charities. You have 3 lifelines to help you get there. You may not need them. You haven't touched a single lifeline yet. You have £16,000 at this moment. You would lose £15,000 if you did go for it and give me a wrong answer. Take your time. This is question number 10 of a possible 15. Here it comes. Katie Sexton is one of Britain's top competitors in which sport? Athletics, gymnastics, show jumping, swimming.
How's your telephone?
How's my telephone? It's very good. It's
the one in the studio.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's fine. It's working.
We may have to ask.
We're very weak on sport.
And I think it's yours.
I have an idea because I think I read an article about this girl recently, but I wouldn't be sure enough. There's so much money. I would be afraid. Freddie's done so well.
You're not going to tell me what you think it is. You don't have to.
I'm going to ask.
Hold on a second.
Oh, hang on.
If we asked the audience, we could save a real stinker.
We could.
For one of the aces. You know?
If you wish.
So, audience, what do you think?
You can ask the audience and still decide after that what you want to do and see if it backs up your hunch.
I agree. We'll go with that. We'll ask the audience.
Yeah? OK, right. Audience, all on your keypads then, please. This is the question. Serious business. This is worth £32,000. This is the question. Katie Sexton is one of Britain's top competitors in which sport? Now, A, on your keypads, athletics. B, gymnastics. C, show jumping. D, swimming. All on your keypads, please. A, B, C or D. All vote now. %40 swimming, 29 show jumping, 15 gymnastics, 16 athletics. Not conclusive. Gloria, what was your, you might as well tell us now, what was your hunch?
Well, I was actually torn between show jumping and swimming. But I'm just not that confident, and I have to be honest.
Yeah.
I see this article on the page, but, you know, I just could have the wrong one. So.
I know. Freddie, what do you think?
If I'd had no lifelines, I'd have gone actually for show jumping. I made a sort of mental bet that if any figure was double the next in line, that would be reasonable. But I think 40 is not near double 29.
No.
I think we should...
what do you do?
Phone a friend.
Max Zecker. Go for the sporting ace.
Yes. Well,
with the deepest regrets, we've wasted
I mean, at least we might get to 32,000.
I hope so. I don't want you to lose 15,000.
We're going to phone Eamon Holmes.
Eamon Holmes?
Yes, my good friend from Northern Ireland. He got my job when I left Northern Ireland, so he owes me a favour.
Did he really? He sat in that very chair with Sir Alex Ferguson.
Oh, did he? How did he do?
Very well, actually very well.
Excellent.
Right, you have £16,000. Let's phone a friend, see what happens.
Hello?
Eamon Holmes.
Chris Tarrant.
You remember me. How are you, matey?
Well, I'm okay, but you may change all that now.
Well, no, I won't, because, well, I was just saying to Gloria. Gloria's here with Frederick Forsyth, and I was just saying that you sat in the very chair that Gloria's in at this very moment, and she is feeling the same sort of emotion you felt that night with Alex.
Yeah, like we was robbed.
Well, yeah, a bit like that. No. They were. I have to say, Gloria and Frederick were flying along, and they got to one specific question.
Right.
And suddenly it was like, they got really bogged down or whatever. But they do say that they hope you'll know the answer to the question. All right, matey.
Bless her. Gloria's giving me the work she knows I need it. Thank you, Glo.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now listen, it's for £32,000, so it's serious business.
Okay.
Next voice you hear will be Gloria. She'll tell you the question. There are still 4 possible answers. One of these is the right answer, worth a minimum tonight, Eamon, of £32,000 to the pair of them. All right, mate.
Thanks, Chris.
Lots of luck. Okay, Gloria, 30 your time starts now.
Katie Sexton is one of Britain's top competitors in which sport? Is it athletics, gymnastics, show jumping or swimming?
What's the name again, Gloria?
Katie Sexton. S-E-X-T-O-N.
Gloria can 100% tell you that never heard of her.
Oh no!
But I would guess show jumping or gymnastics.
Oh.
Golly, thanks, Eamon, anyway.
Thanks for
At least you're honest.
Gloria. Sorry about that.
Okay, not to worry. Now we're in a bit of a fix.
Of all the clever people you could have rung.
Well, we can take a 50 and use up... I've rarely seen anybody use 3 lifelines on one question.
It has happened. It does happen.
It has happened, but we are now...
I'd hate you to lose £15,000.
Yeah, I know. We either take the 40% audience or we do a 50-50. And potluck.
But we can't lose taking 50-50, can we?
No, you can't at all. You can use 50-50 and still walk away with 16,000.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have to play this question at all.
Blast. Okay. Well, I would go for it because I think at the moment, it's 1 of 4. That's a 25% chance. We could bring that down to 50% chance. And if we still don't like it, walk.
Okay. We'll go 50-50.
Okay, computer, take away 2 random wrong answers. Leave Frederick and Gloria the right answer and the 1 remaining wrong answer.
Well, the audience said 40% top swimming. I've never heard of this young lady in athletics. I do watch a fair amount of athletics, outdoors and indoors.
Can you remind me what the audience said?
Yes, 60% of the audience said athletics, 15% said gymnastics, 29% said show jumping, 40% said swimming.
Where we live dangerously.
We're 40%. Well, the audience says 40%. That says 50%. Eamon Holmes says 0%. And I think... I'll tell you what I'll do. If you will permit that we go for swimming, I will take responsibility. If I fail, I will make up the amount to your charity.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
That's an offer.
Fair?
That's a very generous offer. How can I resist? That is very generous.
I think that's what we're going to do.
That's great if you want to do it.
We're going to say swimming.
Well, then you say it.
Final answer.
You had £16,000. We'll take a break. Join us again in a couple of minutes for the next part of tonight's Celebrity Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Don't go away. Welcome back to the 4th part of tonight's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It's a celebrity special with famous names playing for charity. At this moment, Gloria Hunniford and Frederick Forsyth are in the hot seat. Before the break, they got this question for £32,000. Katie Sexton is one of Britain's top competitors in which sport, was the question? Athletics, gymnastics, show jumping or swimming. They knew they would lose £15,000 if they played this question and gave me a wrong answer. They went for D, swimming. It was the right answer. You've just won £32,000. Your face! Your face was a picture! I've never known you so stunned. It is fantastic.
And how generous of Freddie to actually offer to fill in the gap if we lost.
I've just saved myself £15,000.
You certainly have.
Do you know what Freddie said in the commercial break?
No, you.
He said, I'll write another chapter to pay for it.
Have a look. Bless you, darling. This is what you've done. Take it. Have a look. That's it. Now that, the great thing is, that is the minimum amount you will leave here with. keep it if you want it.
No, you don't want to keep it, do you? No.
Is that bad luck? OK.
No.
Tempting fate.
No, he's
That's good luck. You got £32,000. That's the minimum you will go home with tonight.
So good.
You might as well play the next question. You cannot lose on this. The next question is worth £64,000. You're guaranteed £32,000 for the Karen Keating Foundation and the Society of Stars. This is question number 11 of a possible 15. Here we go. Which famous poem begins, "On either side the river lie"? Sea Fever, Home Thoughts from Abroad, The Lady of Shalott, Ode to a Nightingale.
Yours?
No, yours, I think.
Oh, it's The Lady of Shalott.
Oh, don't you love it? Don't you just love it?
Suddenly we're back in business, Frederick. Hang on.
Right, Home Thoughts from Abroad. Oh, to be in England now that April's here. Oh, to an nightingale, thou wast not born for death, immortal bird. Sea Fever, I must go down to the sea again, to the lonely sea and the sky. The Lady of Shalott, on either side the river lie. Bum, 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 bum.
So, the Lady of Shalott, final answer.
Yes.
Look at you all excited.
Yes.
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 It's the right answer.
Yes.
You have £64,000.
That's fantastic. Freddie is on my Christmas card list this year
And
for
mine.
sure. Let me have a look at this, Chris.
Have a look.
Now, Freddie, have a good look at it.
I
It
just
is
have to say,
pretty.
Gloria, about a minute ago, you were in the absolute pits of despair. Look at you now.
I love it. I just love it. But I'm going to give it back to you because I think Freddie's got a few more questions in him, as they say.
There's a few more answers in him we need. I do the questions, he does the answers, how it works.
He might even be doing the questions by
Well,
the end of this.
Well, now, tell you what, if he knew 4 more right answers, I would be absolutely thrilled to write you both out a cheque for £1 million. But you're now on £64,000 now. Question number 12 is for £125,000. Here it is. Which... Hello, Freddie's doing it. Before it comes up, then...
No.
What?
No.
Oh, go on.
There's only 2 things in the world that airlines will not take as handbags, apart from guns and things. 2 products of nature, if you like.
And what are they, Frederick?
Gorgonzola cheese and the durian.
Which tropical fruit is noted for its sweet taste but disgusting smell? Breadfruit, papaya, durian, tamarind.
I think I know this one.
I thought you might, Gloria. You're an amazingly intelligent woman, Gloria Hunniford. I don't know why you bother bringing Freddie Forsyth. Final answer.
Final answer.
Durian.
You just won £125,000.
It is so good. Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
Wonderful. Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, we perked up a bit since Katie, haven't we now?
Wait till I get hold of that, Katie. Oh, that is wonderful, Freddie.
Right.
You're on your
Now, have a look.
It's
Come on, this is what
wonderful.
you've done. Whatever happens tonight, you will go home with £32,000. At this moment, you can walk away with that amount of money for £125,000 for the Society of Stars and the Karen Keating Foundation.
So brilliant.
But we don't want to give you that.
I don't like you to cry any second.
He hasn't said that for ages.
I'd like to give you the next one because it's for £250,000. Frank Skinner, David Baddiel walked away with £250,000 a couple of years ago. If you give me a wrong answer here, you still get £32,000, but you lose £93,000.
Big decision.
Several chapters, Frederick.
Which I'm not going to make up.
And nobody blames
I might
you.
go to the loo and just leave you to it.
No! Question number 13 is for £250,000. You are 3 away from £1 million. This is the question. In which country can the Wahiba Sands be found? Chile, Namibia, Oman, Algeria. It's worth $250,000.
I've camped out in them.
Is everyone just clapping in for camping? Does he remember where he was? Gloria, I take it you haven't camped out of
I've
them.
never camped there, no.
If you're staying at the Al Bustan Hotel in Oman, and you're very nice to the Sultan's SAS regiment, they sometimes take you out into the Wahiba Sands for 2 or 3 days camping, and Bedouin watching and mock battles and all sorts of things. So it's in Oman.
Gloria, I take it you probably go along with Frederick.
Oh, I don't know. I think I might want to consider this for a little while longer. But on average, I mean, he's done very well so far. He's in with a chance.
He has done quite well.
Definitely, I'm with you.
Final answer.
Yes.
It's the right answer!
Yes!
That's incredible!
What's he like? Isn't it brilliant? You are just...
No, you can't do that!
I thank God every second that I rang your number out.
You didn't hear that. There was so much cheering going on. You missed that bit.
What?
That was the klaxon, meaning we've run out of time. What a start to a brand new series. First show earlier on tonight, Edwina Currie, Derek Lord, they shared a cheque for charity for £1,000. Gloria and Freddie here end the show on 250,000. They're back next week, but the cash point is now closed for this evening. Now, don't forget, if you want to be here playing for $1 million of your very, very, very own, you can check you're eligible on teletext on ITV, or drop us a line at the usual address. Then you give us a call on 09068 444444, or you can text the word show to 84644. You can also enter on the internet by going to itv.com/millionaire. Look at her face. We're back next Saturday. They start on a question for $500,000 on the second of our celebrity specials. But for now, from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, see you next week. Good night.
See you. Thanks,